Could this be the best budget lens for filmmakers? I don't know. Let's figure it out, but before we do it, let's juggle them. Woo! Hello, my name is Seth Dunlap. I am an actor, DP, and musician based in overpriced Los Angeles, California. Today, we're going to test out the Dulens, D-U-L-E-N-S lens. This is not going to be a hyper technical review. There are so many amazing YouTubers out there that can do that. For me, it's more my opinion and philosophy and why I have decided to go with these lenses. They are amazing, they're compact, and they're cheap. So if you are looking for a great lens set, look no further. I'm gonna go over a few things that I like about it, the pricing, the pros and cons, the image quality, and my uses for it. Currently right now on their website, they have a 21, 31, 43, 58, and 85. I have a friend, his name is John Carrington, and he is an amazing filmmaker. And we had a shoot a few years ago, and he was like, dude, if you haven't heard of these lenses, they are compact, they are really built well. They're all the same size. So if you have a matte box on a rail system, you could just easily slide between them. I actually have step-up rings for these lenses from 72 to 77 millimeter, so I can use my variable ND filters on them. The build quality, these things are built like a tank. Whenever you purchase them, you can get interchangeable lens mounts. You can either get the EF or the PL. I opted for the EF mount because at the time my lenses were EF, but as I have switched camera systems, I'm actually all PL lenses over my entire lens set. I had the Zeiss Milvis lens set for about 4 or 5 years, and after my friend told me about how these lenses were just, you know, they're obviously they're not vintage lenses, but they have vintage character to them, and they even say on the body of the lens, APO Mini Prime Vintage Series. I don't know if they're going to come out with a different series eventually. Speaking more on the build quality and design, it feels like you are getting a lens that will not break down on you. I've actually rented my lens set on ShareGrid, and if you're interested in renting the lenses, I will put a link in the description. If you're local to Los Angeles, just let me know and I'll give you some kind of discount once I figure out how to do that. But I have rented these lenses out, I think a total of 5 times, and every time I've rented them out, it seems that everyone really enjoys using them, and I haven't had, there's like literally no nicks or anything. Like these feel like they're built like tanks, and they are so, I mean, they're so small. Like, look how small this lens is. Like, I have not used prime lenses that are this small. So it makes whenever you're shooting on a gimbal really easy because all the lenses are around the same weight. So it makes balancing on like Ronins super easy. You can put screw-on filters on the front if you want to have some ND. Moving on to image quality. The image that comes out of these is seriously, it's awesome. I have no complaints. I'm genuinely shocked every time I use these. I mean, straight out of the camera for you know, a budget-friendly lens, you can get an entire set for like under $4,000 currently because they're on sale. But for real, I'm not seeing much chromatic aberrations. The bokeh is beautiful. The color rendering is just, it's really great. You really do get an amazing image if you put good lenses in front of a sensor. I feel like that's the one thing that I've really noticed about all these digital, hyper digital sensors nowadays, is that if you are putting super sharp glass in front of the sensor, it just looks like plasticky in a way. And I'm discovering that if you just, you know, if you focus more on getting a lens set that inspires you and finding that image that actually works for you, then you're gonna be more satisfied with the final product of something that you are shooting. And that's the thing with filmmaking nowadays, is that it has gotten so accessible and the technology has gotten so good that the barrier is breaking for the entry point of filmmaking. And it's exciting because now we can buy a camera for $3,000 and go shoot a movie, where 20 years ago, you couldn't do that literally at all. But before I jump into the next point, what lenses are you guys using? I mean, this might be great for me, but it might be terrible for somebody else. So just leave a comment below and let's start a discussion on what lenses you guys are using and what lenses are potentially going to be coming out that you guys want to test or have me test or have your mom test. I think a pro is that, you know, each lens is 1.16 pounds, so it's very light, very easy to operate. A con is that the front diameter is 72 millimeters, and I wish it was 77 because all my variable ND filters are already 77 millimeter. Another con is that it only goes down to T2.4, which, man, if it went down to like T1.8 or T1.4, it would be seriously the perfect lens. But I feel like I'm lacking some depth, and I'm lacking being able to shoot in certain scenarios that are low light because it's only T2.4. I think another con is that there are limited focal lengths. Man, I just wish they had just a few more. Like a 135 would be, it would be great. It would be awesome. I think if I could summarize these lenses, in my opinion, I think they are a solid choice for filmmakers. They're not for everybody. They're pretty small, but for a small indie crew where you're not gonna have a ton of assisting on your camera system, I would say try these lenses out. Rent them before you buy. I have purchased so much equipment before actually testing it out, and I regret that, but I guess that's just part of the process. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and share, and I have a ton of more videos coming your way. If you are interested in downloading any of this footage, link is in the description, and I also make music. If you guys want to listen to it, that is also in the description below, and I guess I'll see you on the next one.